What up? It's your boy King Dow 225 coming at you with another reactionary video. So hit the like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom. Man, I keep telling y'all, I've been saying this for damn near majority of my life. President Biden, I don't support reparations unless Native Americans are included. Man, listen, all black people within the sound of my voice, everyone within my community, I've been telling you for so long, you need to flee the Democratic Party by any means necessary. And no, I'm not telling you to flee to the Republican Party. Fuck them too. I can't stand a black man mouthpiecing for the fucking conservative party. I believe black people should be independent. In fact, go as far as to have their own political party. I think our political agenda is encourage more voting, encourage more political participation, encourage on the local level, national level. That's how you encourage change. But tying yourself to these motherfuckers who really don't give a fuck about you, I always view Republicans, Democrats as two sides of the same coin. They playing a fucking con game, giving gold, fucking acting like they helping us and hurting the good bad cop bullshit. But in reality, when our back turned, they making deals with each other. Fuck both of them, man. On some other shit, I think the black population has to reach 100 million to enhance our political power. Like, we need to be more focused on our shit. Like, they always do this shit, bro. Let me read this shit. President Joe Biden has come out against the passage of any reparation bill for black people, unless the bill also includes provisions for Native Americans. NTO News is learned. I ain't got no issue with Native Americans, but you see what they do there? You know what I'm saying? What they call that? Pork fat. Like when they add extra shit to something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't gonna give it to blacks. What about the Native Americans? How many times have we heard that before? Anytime we try to get some shit for ourselves. Okay, well, if I give this to the black people, what about the LGBTQ community? What about women? You know why they fucking do that? They do that to create a fucking divisive point. Something to divide the agenda. Basically, to not let it pass. You know this shit ain't gonna pass. You know how I feel about reparations. Go look at my own shit. I feel like America does owes black people. No, I'm not one of them niggas like everything white people fault. Nah. We have to take personal responsibility too. But if you think that the only superpower that exists on the planet Earth right now did not have an advantage by having free labor for the first couple of 100 years of its existence, and the people who generated and got wealth during that time created systems in place to protect and build more wealth while oppressing and stopping the people who were enslaved from gaining the same thing. Yes, black people are due reparations, but we ain't gonna never get it. Let's be honest. Not unless we get our head out of our own ass and start you know, taking control of our own destiny. You know what I'm saying? I always say it ain't the system that's the problem. It's the people that's in power that's the problem. The system worked fine. The engine in the car worked good. It's just that motherfucker driving us over a cliff. Shit. In 19, what about? Man, listen, I want reparations. But what about the LGBT? See how we do that shit? They always do that shit. They always. Then if you got people who say, okay, well, I'm willing to give it to black people, but I'm not gonna give it to them because now you added Native Americans in it. And then it could be on the flip side. Oh, we owe Native Americans something, but I'm not gonna give it to them because now I'm a now you talking about giving to black people. I don't agree with that. See, that's what they do. There should be two separate. If you felt as though you owe Native Americans, and I could argue that a lot of black people say they had Africans here before, right along with Native Americans, but we'll have to do some deep history dive to prove how much you really owe Native Americans. I feel like you do owe them. But we know you enslaved Africans. We know you made them work for free. We know when you freed them, you still went out about oppressing them and stopping their progress. We know this. Let me continue. In 2019, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, Democrat Texas, reintroduced H.R. 40, which is, if enacted, will create a 15-member commission that will look at impacts of slavery, discriminatory policies have had on black communities. The commission will then decide what remedies are necessary to make members of black community whole. Sounds like progress. At the time, the bill is waiting to be introduced to the House floor for a vote. If passed Congress lower chamber, it would then need to pass by the U.S. Senate and then signed to law by President Joe Biden. The motherfucker y'all argue for, like, I always, motherfucker, no, I don't care for Joe Biden. Let's go bragging. I don't care for him no more than I care for Donald Trump. And you know good and goddamn well, I always said they chose the wrong black vice president. This lady don't even got her own kids. You serious? She Kamala, or whatever them little white kids call her. She Kamala raising somebody else's children. That's like symbolize. That's like real symbolism of the black woman today, right? The black man ain't good enough for you, and my career is all that matters. So you tied yourself to no children. You really don't have a career after this because I don't see you ever being president. You be governor somewhere, maybe a senator or something. Go backwards. But that's what they teach y'all to reach your full potential. You should get rid of the black man and focus on your motherfucking career. Man, trash. I always, you know how I feel about her. Like, man, she was down here when she was a DA. She was arresting black women. And now y'all motherfucker run. That's the wrong black woman, bro. Telling you. And Joe Biden just as racist as Donald Trump. Y'all ain't gonna fucking see and tell me this not facts. He's showing you how he feel. He don't want you niggas with no reparations. This is what I hear. He talking about some Indians. Man, Indians. Okay, Joe, maybe you have brought up Indian issue before. Native Americans. I'm sorry. Damn. Native Americans. At the time the bill is waiting to be introduced by the House for a floor vote, it passed the Congress. Oh, I read that. But it's not clear whether this will happen. We know this is not going to happen. Because they don't want to give it to Native Americans or they don't want to give it to African Americans. Let's be clear. During an interview with talk show host Ed Gordon, President Biden said flat out that he won't support any slavery reparations bill that doesn't include Native Americans. Let's look at this beautiful beam footage of the dude that y'all elected. Me too, because I voted for his, old ass. Old ass. And I keep telling you, bro, I got my own biases. And one of them is I don't trust old ass white people. Because I know you remember when they used to hang niggas. You can be as nice as you want, but you got some deep-rooted issues in you that I just don't trust. But I give every person the benefit of the doubt. Okay? You can prove me wrong, and I always love being proven wrong. I love that shit. But, man, I have never. Like, you 80? Okay. How many dudes have you lynched? Let's get to the video.
Study we can deal with
Well,
the
they're not
study.
mutually exclusive. You don't have to wait
No,
around
they're
for the
not
study. That's my
exclusive.
point.
No, but they look. They're not mutually exclusive. But I can't believe that whatever it is, the African American community would not support what I'm talking about. In addition
Well,
to if there are
I don't
reparations.
think we have to. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this so we can move on because we've got to get some phone calls in as well. But let me ask you this then. If in fact a calculation comes to you that you are satisfied with, would you then say, I'm for reparations?
The answer is it would depend on what it was, and will it include Native Americans as well?
All right.
Man, listen.
Our pre-
Listen, Joe Biden. Listen, Joe. I know you don't care for us. I know we just like numbers for your own purpose. You know, votes, guaranteed votes. Black people flee the Democratic Party. They don't respect us. But I'm getting sick and tired of you with your I believe. You are not the representative of the black community. You don't fucking know what we feel or how we feel. If you ain't vote for me, then you ain't black. Hey, fuck and you. Okay? Motherfuckers talk show you how they truly feel. Black people don't believe the hype. You are old. Your ancestors bled and said, mine did too. They didn't do it for free, motherfucker. Okay? This mother. What about the Indians? What about the Native Americans? I fucks with the Native Americans. Yeah, you owe them too. But you know what the fuck you doing though. You know what you doing. This the motherfucker. We always gotta choose between bad and better, worse and worse, shit and shittier. I'm sick of choosing between these. That's why we need to take our fucking control of our destiny, black people. Hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom. Fucking Joe Biden.